Rice and Riches, Unraveling the Mysteries of the Dōjima Exchange. The Dōjima Rice Exchange, established in 1730 in Osaka, Japan, was a crucial milestone in the history of Japanese commerce and finance. To understand its significance, we must explore the broader historical context of Japan during the Edo period, 1603 to 1868, a time characterized by peace, stability, and economic growth following centuries of civil strife. The Edo period was marked by the Tokugawa shogunate's rule, a feudal military government that centralized power and imposed strict social hierarchies. The shogunate established a relatively peaceful environment, reducing the risk of war and allowing for economic prosperity. However, this stability came at a cost. The rigid class system restricted mobility and dictated the lives of the samurai, farmers, artisans, and merchants. Political power was concentrated in the hands of the samurai class, while the merchant class, although financially powerful, remained socially subordinate. The economy of the Edo period in Japan was largely agrarian, with rice serving as both a staple food and a form of currency. Agricultural productivity increased due to advancements in farming techniques and the introduction of new rice varieties. This boost in production allowed for the growth of urban centers, particularly Osaka and Edo, modern-day Tokyo, which became bustling trade hubs. The establishment of the Dōjima Rice Exchange facilitated the trading of rice as a commodity, creating a more sophisticated market system. The exchange was essential for stabilizing rice prices and fostering speculation, reflecting broader changes in economic practices and the emergence of a commercial culture. The social structure of Edo Japan was hierarchical, with samurai at the top, followed by farmers, artisans, and merchants. The majority of the population were farmers who faced the dual challenges of unpredictable weather and heavy taxation. Daily life for the common people involved agricultural labor, subsistence farming, and participation in local festivals. The samurai class, while politically powerful, adhered to a strict code of honor and duty, often living in urban centers while their families remained in the countryside. The merchant class, despite being considered the lowest of the four main classes, played a pivotal role in the economy. They facilitated trade and commerce, accumulating wealth that often surpassed that of the samurai. However, merchants were still restricted by social norms that dictated their lifestyle and interactions. Cultural expressions flourished during this period with the rise of ukiyo-e, woodblock prints, kabuki theater, and the development of a rich literary tradition reflecting the vibrant urban life and the emerging consumer culture. Culturally, the Edo period was defined by a flourishing of the arts and a growing interest in literacy and education. The invention of woodblock printing made literature and art more accessible to the common people. Additionally, there was a gradual increase in technological advancements, including improved agricultural techniques and the expansion of transportation networks. These innovations contributed to the overall prosperity and mobility of the population. The era was also characterized by significant regional and global trends, including increasing contact with the outside world, particularly with European traders, albeit limited. This interaction introduced foreign concepts and goods, influencing Japanese society and culture. The Dōjima Rice Exchange was founded during a period of increasing economic prosperity, driven by agricultural advancements and urban growth. The exchange operated under a unique structure that allowed merchants to trade rice as a commodity rather than just a staple food. This transformation was crucial, as rice was not only vital for sustenance but also served as a form of currency in feudal Japan. The exchange introduced a formalized trading system where rice was measured in standard units. This system reduced disputes over quantity and quality, facilitating smoother transactions among merchants. The ability to speculate on rice prices emerged, enabling traders to buy and sell contracts for future delivery. This innovation encouraged investment and attracted a wide range of participants, from large rice merchants to smaller traders. The exchange utilized public auctions to set market prices, allowing for transparency and providing an equal opportunity for all traders to participate. This public aspect helped stabilize rice prices and created a more predictable market environment. Initially, the exchange focused on immediate sales of rice, primarily serving local needs. However, as trade expanded and demand increased, the exchange began to facilitate futures trading. The introduction of futures contracts allowed merchants to hedge against price fluctuations, ensuring a more stable income for farmers and traders alike. Over the years, the Dōjima Rice Exchange expanded its operations to accommodate the growing number of participants. This included refining the auction process and improving record-keeping practices, which ensured greater accuracy in trading. As the exchange matured, new financial instruments emerged. Merchants began using promissory notes and other forms of credit to facilitate transactions, further enhancing liquidity in the market. The Tokugawa shogunate recognized the importance of the Dōjima Rice Exchange for the economy and began to regulate its operations. The government implemented policies to protect rice prices and ensure a steady supply, often intervening during periods of scarcity or excessive speculation. The motivations for establishing the Dōjima Rice Exchange were multifaceted, driven by economic and political incentives. With rice being the cornerstone of the Japanese economy, ensuring stable prices and supply was essential for overall economic health. The exchange provided a mechanism to achieve this stability through organized trading. Merchants were motivated to participate in the exchange due to the potential for profit through speculation. The ability to predict and capitalize on price changes attracted both seasoned traders and newcomers. The shogunate's interest in maintaining social order and economic stability also played a significant role. By regulating the exchange, the government aimed to prevent market chaos and protect the agrarian-based society from the risks associated with market fluctuations. The Dōjima Rice Exchange elicited a variety of reactions from different stakeholders. Many merchants viewed the exchange as a breakthrough, providing new opportunities for profit and facilitating more efficient trading. However, some also expressed concerns about potential market manipulation and the risks of speculative trading. While the exchange helped stabilize rice prices, farmers were often at the mercy of market fluctuations. They were cautiously optimistic, as the exchange promised better access to markets and fairer pricing, yet they remained concerned about the power dynamics favoring merchants. Officials with the Tokugawa shogunate recognized the exchange's potential to enhance economic stability and tax revenues. They actively monitored its operations, ensuring that it aligned with broader state interests. The Dōjima Rice Exchange was significantly shaped by several influential figures, among whom two stand out for their crucial roles in the establishment and success of the exchange: Sakai Tadakiyo and Fukazawa Yukichi. Their contributions and leadership were instrumental in transforming the rice trade into a sophisticated economic institution. Sakai Tadakiyo, 1773 to 1841, was a prominent merchant and trader in Osaka during the Edo period. Born into a family with a solid trading background, he was well-versed in the intricacies of commerce from an early age. His education in finance and trade laid the groundwork for his later success. Sakai was also deeply connected with local rice farmers, which provided him with insight into the agricultural sector and its economic significance. Sakai was known for his astute business acumen, strategic thinking, and a deep understanding of market dynamics. He possessed a strong sense of integrity and responsibility toward his community, which earned him the trust of both merchants and farmers. His leadership qualities were evident in his ability to unite various stakeholders in the rice trade, fostering collaboration and mutual benefit. Sakai's motivation to participate in the Dōjima Rice Exchange stemmed from his ambition to stabilize and expand the rice market. He recognized that a structured trading system could not only benefit merchants like himself, but also support local farmers by ensuring fair prices for their crops. As one of the founding members of the exchange, Sakai played a critical role in establishing its initial framework and auction processes. Sakai was instrumental in developing the formal trading practices that defined the exchange, including standardized measurement and public auction formats. He worked diligently to build trust among traders and farmers, facilitating a collaborative environment that encouraged participation in the exchange. Sakai lobbied for government support and regulation of the exchange, ensuring it operated smoothly and remained beneficial for all parties involved. Fukazawa Yukichi, 1835 to 1901, was a pioneering educator, intellectual, and social reformer in Japan, best known for his advocacy of Western learning and modernization. Although he was not directly involved in the Dōjima Rice Exchange at its inception, his contributions to Japan's economic and educational landscape had lasting implications for the exchange's operations and evolution. Fukuzawa's early life as the son of a low-ranking samurai exposed him to the hardships of the Edo period, motivating him to seek knowledge and reform. Fukuzawa was characterized by his visionary thinking, tenacity, and dedication to enlightenment through education. He was a strong advocate for progress, constantly pushing against the traditional norms of his time. His ability to communicate complex ideas clearly made him a respected figure among scholars and reformists. Fukuzawa's involvement in the financial landscape of Japan was motivated by a desire to modernize the country and promote economic growth. His belief in the power of education to drive social and economic progress inspired many changes in Japanese society, including in financial institutions like the Dōjima Rice Exchange. Fukuzawa's writings and lectures promoted Western economic theories and practices, encouraging the adoption of more advanced trading methods and financial systems. His ideas helped shape the policies that supported the rice exchange, emphasizing the importance of transparency and regulation in financial markets. By championing education, Fukuzawa laid the groundwork for a more informed populace capable of engaging with and improving economic situations like the Dōjima Rice Exchange. The Dōjima Rice Exchange is often regarded as Japan's first formal commodity exchange, setting a precedent for future financial markets. It introduced critical concepts such as future contracts, which allowed traders to buy and sell rice at predetermined prices for future delivery. This innovation influenced the development of more complex financial instruments and markets in Japan and beyond. The exchange played a vital role in Japan's economic modernization during the late Edo period and into the Meiji Restoration. By fostering a culture of trade and finance, the Dōjima Rice Exchange contributed to Japan's transformation from a feudal economy to a more market-oriented economy, facilitating industrialization and modernization. The Dōjima Rice Exchange also reflected a broader cultural shift towards commerce and trade in Japanese society. As financial practices evolved, so too did societal attitudes toward wealth, entrepreneurship, and economic success. This shift was instrumental in shaping Japan's identity as a burgeoning economic power in the years to come. The Dōjima Rice Exchange provides important lessons in financial history, particularly regarding the importance of regulation, transparency, and market trust. While the exchange brought about numerous positive outcomes, it also highlighted the need for safeguards against speculation and market manipulation, lessons that continue to resonate in contemporary financial practices. While the Dōjima Rice Exchange primarily facilitated economic growth and modernization, it also had negative consequences, including the introduction of futures contracts and trading practices led to speculative behavior, which sometimes resulted in market bubbles and crashes. This volatility underscored the need for robust regulatory frameworks to manage risk. Although the exchange promoted broader participation in the market, it also led to disparities between wealthier merchants and smaller traders or farmers, highlighting the ongoing challenge of equity in economic systems. The Dōjima Rice Exchange was a landmark financial event that had profound immediate and long-term impacts on Japan's economy, society, and culture. By establishing a structured trading environment, it contributed to the stabilization of rice prices, regulatory advancements, and the evolution of financial practices. Its legacy endures in modern financial systems, offering valuable insights into the dynamics of markets and the importance of regulation. The exchange's success paved the way for Japan's economic modernization, ultimately shaping its path into the contemporary global economy.